Greetings and welcome to the Saroth the Mage experiment. Hope you can hear me okay. My mic is way over here. Doesn't look too. Is there anyone in chat can tell me if I'm loud enough? I've had a horrible tragedy tonight. I was going to play you some Kaosillator music on this Bluetooth thing, but the charging lead, the bit where it charges, is just kind of fallen out. And I got my Phillips screwdriver and I pulled it out, and to no avail. So I'm going to try, but I think it's only got charged for like 1.5 minutes. So you'll have 1.5 minutes of beautiful music. Hi, Jasmine. Yeah, loud and clear. Okay, groovy. Thank you very much. So I was going to play you in with some atmospheric harmonica music just to get you in the mood. I'm celebrating tonight. I've got a week's annual leave after this. So the holiday starts here, kids. So this is a harmonica. And this is what it can do. If I can find the right end. Let's get my phone. I didn't want you to see that I was wearing tracksuit bottoms with a suit jacket. Hey, Sarlocks. Hey, Pragmagic. Hey, Promoted Firebird. I believe you. I was wondering who Promoted Firebird was, and it's you know who you are, right? This is the greatest music I've ever made.
Power off.
No. Oh, this thing's fucked. Bluetooth.
Power on.
Bluetooth mode.
Bluetooth mode.
Thank you. Connected. Oh, I know. Very professional show we run here, chaps. Come on, baby.
Bluetooth connected.
I actually really like this music. Can you hear that? Okay. I guess you'd call it ambient. I can't see chat very well because my microphone's totally covering it. The place is in fucking chaos. Ah, Stephen Ronan, how? Oh, a message held for review. My Sky's 5D. So is mine, baby. Bring it, yeah, I love it. If I'm right. Oh, by the way, Keith. Whoa! Oh no! Fuck's sake! Oh God! Don't tell me I've. No, here it is. Had me going for a minute there. Yeah, so Keith, we're doing this haunt Quinox on the 20th of March, correct? So it's going to be like I don't know if anybody saw the Saturday sideshow. Was it just 1 year ago? It seems so long. So we're all going to be doing our little party pieces again on Keith's channel, Pragmatic. Subscribe and smash that like button like it was a big drum or something. annoying that I can't see chat. I'm gonna have to. Two years ago, was it? What? So we missed a year? Strange times we're living in, guys. Plagues, wars, and rumors of war. And it's, my magical number is 222, and this year is heavy on the 222s. And maybe like Terence McKenna was 10 years out from his 2012 immunization of the eschaton idea. 10 years out is just one decimal point or something, isn't it? But what I came to talk about tonight is skepticism and disappointment. Do I have to shout or, oh, Leah? Hi, Leah from the fantastic Temple of Babylon. Well, Babylon Coronzon. Very nice of you to drop in, Leah. You're a fucking legend. You really need to hook up with the Brad Magic guys. You are my scene. Without mentioning any names, some of the shit that's going down on Facebook at the moment is utterly appalling. These so-called big name occultists all fucking wading in. It's disgusting. Over one petty little issue, but we ain't going out like that. We ain't going out like that. Yeah, so I've got none prepared as ever. I just finally feel drunk enough to do a show. I never liked real shows. But what I will say is, I've gone through a major period of depression, skepticism, doubt about the occult scene and even psychedelics. I bought some DMT about a month ago and was all ready to pop into the alternative universe that Terence McKenna talks about. I was ready for the machine elves. DMT has got to be the most fashionable drug on the planet at the moment. And as powerful and effective as it was, nothing really profound happened. Perhaps it's too quick. And I'm really questioning everything at the moment. Does magical practice make a goddamn bit of difference to your life? I kind of know it does because I did possibly that's why I don't do magic much anymore, because it's unpredictable and powerful as fuck. The last time I did a ritual, I had been following the Grimorum Verum, as was the fashion at the time, because let's face it, occultism is really a subculture that's all about fashion. As much as I love Jake Stratton-Kent's work, and he's been an absolute fucking superb person, and he's come on my show twice, it's kind of disgusting to see how many people want to lick his ass live on stage. Everything he says, and I'm sure you'd agree secretly, although you can't say that. You get a few big name occultists, and they say something, and everybody, oh yes, yeah. So that makes me sad and angry, not angry, disappointed. So yeah, I've got a huge bit of decorating canvas, like low quality decorating canvas that you put on the floor to stop paint getting on. And I moved everything pretty much out of the room, and I think I had it maybe 9 feet by 9 feet. And I did all the fancy crosses on the corners and drew out the circle, and I put a nail in the middle and stretched out a bit of string, and then drew round, holding the string tight so you get a perfect circle. I couldn't do the triangle was beyond me. So I fasted for a whole day, did all the secret preparations, what you're supposed to do, and then I did a ritual invoking Isis first, of course, which is my favourite goddess, Hecate, and then Astaroth. So I did this ritual, and I meant to invoke more after Astaroth. I didn't have the energy yet because I've been fasting. It was very exhausting. So I stopped, and within a few days, Melanie Solar Star had finished with me, but we did get back together. We're very happy at the moment. And I got this new job. So magic does work. And then amazingly, using the ALW cipher, which Leah and Bobby, Temple of Avalon Caron, can never say that fucking word. Caronzon. They are the masters of ALW cipher, which comes from the Book of the Law. And guess what? Isis, Hecate, and Astaroth work out in ALW. 2, 2, 2. You could have knocked me down with a feather. So, is magic real? I have no idea. Is it a psychological trick we play on ourselves? I think it might be. But it doesn't, there's a fair bit of air coming out of there. It doesn't nullify the effectiveness of it by, I just find it very hard to swallow the spirit model that there are discarnate entities floating about, and by these ancient fucking technologies we get in contact with them. Surely it's about putting yourself in a kind of psychedelic frame of mind. The thing is, when you do magic, you don't see entities. Perhaps sense them occasionally. When I was putting offerings out for Hecate, there's a Catholic church that's right over the road there. So every dark moon, like the night after or before the new moon, I can't remember, you would go out with a tray of food and just stick it over there. And one night I came back and I actually felt a presence, like a human, not even like a human presence, like there was someone else in the room with me. And I just felt like it was a Tati. Who knows? When I got the DMT and had a couple of reasonably interesting experiences, but no real breakthrough. I've got a very short pipe as part of the problem, so I could only really manage like 2 big puffs, and it comes on so strong that you literally can't orientate yourself to take a third puff. But yeah, there was no flopping through a man. Maybe it's the quality of the DMT. I started listening to a lot of psychedelic podcasts. And one that got me particularly interested was one called Doe's Nation by someone called James Kent. And he was really looking back on his years of psychedelics and being in that psychedelic community. And the psychedelic community strikes me very much like the magic community. You've got some people saying yes, like I bought Dr. Andrew Gallimore's book, Alien Information Theory. And I mean, he's a neuroscientist and a very brilliant guy. And he thinks that DMT actually is kind of like an embedded secret technology that only advanced civilizations are allowed to access. I mean, DMT is everywhere in nature, apparently. Almost every tree we've even got it in our own bodies in tiny amounts, and it's not a pineal gland. That's all a myth. But he thinks that there are these post-biological civilizations that have, because of their millions and millions of years of evolution, where we have only, I don't know, not very long, we're a very young civilization. He's positing that these civilizations have been around for millions, billions of years perhaps, and have somehow managed to dispense with their wet brains and their meat bodies and embed themselves in like deep reality, whatever that is, quantum reality, I suppose. So it's interesting. But yeah, again, I find it very hard to practice magic. Perhaps that's the job. I'm quite busy. So I'll put my glasses and see how y'all are doing out there. What y'all talking about? Hey Sarlux, good to see you, man. Hey Stephen. Leah. Hey. Yeah. So Leah and Bobby from the fantastic Albion. I know someone called this. Petty? Maybe he meant pretty. Maybe he's talking about me. Don't be scared to try DMT. It's probably less scary than going on a 6-hour hell ride on psilocybin. It's over in 5 minutes. It's quite intense, but that's cute. Love the music. My son is playing along with you. Yes, indeed. All hail Haronzon. I'm surprised the speaker has lasted for so long, because once this speaker plays out tonight, that's the end of his life. So it's like, farewell, Thibault Vogue speaker. You have served me well. Your charging port is now fucked. So you're going in the bin, son. So yes, things look. Oh, actually, it's the same day that I'm doing the Haunt Equinox with Keats and Lairdy Kirk, Derek. Luxa is doing something, isn't she? Keats, who's on the bill, Keats? I don't know what I'm going to do. Have you heard the last, what do you call it, audio sigil by Pragmagic? Fantastic piece of work. I think it's a few months. It's been released for a few months now. He's brought out a new album since then called Bardos, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, that was a fucking pleasure and an honor to be with, to be part of. So I want to, as my party piece, I wanted to do it live, but apparently we can't have two mics live at the same time. It's just, you would think with the technology available to us now, it'd be a piece of cake, but apparently not. So he's going to send me a loop of that beautiful bit that he did for my poem thing. I think I'm going to expand the poem a wee bit. I haven't done DMT in quite some time. I would say psilocybin is still by far my favorite psychedelic, even though it tends to be very rough on me. It always starts out as like, well, maybe if I was out having a laugh with my friends in the woods or something, it'd be fun. But me and my magical friend used to do it in a very heavy magical context. It would be a darkened room, maybe a couple of candles, some incense, rituals beforehand. So you'd really be plunged in a sort of occult space. But still, I always wondered why the entities I experienced on psilocybin weren't the entities that are described in grimoires. They were far more, like I saw a mantis. I saw leonine beings with like lion faces and like it's far more kind of space science fiction kind of vibe I got from it. In fact, in none of my psychedelic adventures have I ever come across anything that looks like a goetic demon. So it's got me doubting the whole traditional, purist grimoire approach. That just is not for me, man. It's almost like this isn't a new thing to say. That it's like historical reenactment of things that used to work when the world was completely different. If you believe in a collective unconscious, the collective unconscious of the world is now all hooked up with the internet. And it's ultra modern. It's got nothing to do with Catholic masses and weird animal brains. I just don't get it. Hey, John Side, how's it going, man? I think this is yes, it is. It's my first live stream since the very sad death of Jiggy from Paranormal Hood. I didn't know him very well, but he was always very kind to me in chat. Very, very cool guy. Tragedy to the community, so I hope he's up there watching us, smoking weed every day. I'm sure he is. And I'd also like to acknowledge again CW Chanter. If I hadn't started watching CW Chanter, there would have never have been a Saroth and Mage channel. And I know some people have had disagreements with him and stuff, but he's still going. I still watch every episode, and I think he deserves some props for just keeping it real, being honest. He's a real person, that's all I'm saying. Yeah, so back to this James Kent chap. So he's looking back. He did 10 whole shows on the dark and negative side of psychedelics. And his main thesis was, sure, when you're on psychedelics, you think you're speaking to the gods and you're in this elevated space. But has anyone ever taken anything back from, communing with the gods or the universal mind or whatever? It's all a blur when you come back, and this is something I've shared with Groucho Trout, actually, who's kind of part of Temple Babylon Toronto, said exactly the same thing. To bring an artifact back, I think is what he said. And he also weirdly used, Babylon and then Babel on, but that was a synchronicity. But yes, anybody taking back anything from a psychedelic drugs trip that they've been able to say, oh my god, I now have the secret of this, that. It all makes sense at the time, but then when you come back, there's nothing there. So yeah, skeptical. Skeptical. Is magic bullshit? Does it work? Are we kidding ourselves? What do you think, guys? I really want to know what you think. Are we kidding ourselves by practicing magic rituals? 50% of me says yes, 50% says no, because there have been some quite miraculous things that have happened to me in my life. Like I keep an ancestor altar over there. That's why I keep pointing over there. And a couple of months ago, I was absolutely skint. And I was like, please bring me money from an unexpected source, because I knew expected sources weren't going to come up with any money. And I think I got a £20 donation, which nobody donates to this channel ever. Hint. And so I got that, and then I was off with COVID from work, so I got, sorry, my hair's looking a bit dodgy. So I got a 500 quid payment for that, and then I got 100 quid just out of the blue for something else, and that was within 2 days of asking my ancestors if they could give me some money from unexpected sources. So I honestly think magic is a kind of madness that you have to be, Arbitel was a favourite of mine for a while because it seemed fairly easy. But, I'm sure the Key of Solomon says it as well. You must believe or the magic doesn't work. So is it a kind of, what do you call that thing? Bias. So Robert Anton Wilson said that what you think, you will prove. We all have our different reality tunnels. So go back to this guy, James Kant. James Kant was ripping the shit out of Timothy Leary, Robert Anton Wilson, highlighting times when people had taken mushrooms and attacked their friends and cut their hearts out their still living bodies. So I do think there's a trend now that cannabis is starting to be decriminalized and legalized. People are looking into the therapeutic uses of psychedelics. That everything's rosy with psychedelics and everything's going to be fine. If you give someone a high dose of some kind of psychedelic, acid, mushrooms, maybe not DMT because it's so short lasting, but the story that really affected me was there'd been a few kind of jock types, mixed martial arts students at a party, Christians probably in their brainwashed mindset, and one of the guys started to perceive that all his friends were like demonic, and that one particular friend who was actually his sparring partner was possessed by the devil. So he wrestled onto the floor, got a kitchen knife, and cut out his heart to stop the devil getting in. And shit like that can happen. Psychedelics aren't all fun and games, and magic isn't all fun and games. It can be dangerous, it can be profoundly damaging to your mental health. But I still say I'm for it. But I don't want everybody to get clap happy about, psychedelics are the cure for everything, and MDMA is the cure for post-traumatic. Oh my God. Why does every single person in the world have post-traumatic stress disorder nowadays? Why are the younger generation so lacking resilience? In my day, it used to be called life, but now it's got, you've got PTSD, you've got this, you've got that. I think we're over-diagnosing people. But that might be my reactionary, conservative, bastard coming out. So what do you think of that, chaps? A lot of the dark side is Keats, my best friend, really. A lot of the dark side too, as I was addicted to coming down in my dark depressive states, yeah. See, when I was taking heroin, I was as addicted to the withdrawal as I was to the relief of the fix, because you get kind of very high. I've never taken crystal meth, but I imagine the heroin withdrawal to be somewhat similar to crystal meth. You go on these crazy chains of thoughts, you get kind of telepathic, you're utterly sensitive, you only have to, touch your dick and you just start spurting all over. So you're hyper sensitive, it's like your skin's been peeled off and every nerve is raw. That can be very stimulating and exciting for an hour or 2 hours, but no longer than that. And then, of course, you have the joy of the relief of sinking that needle in, watching the blood go into the barrel, pushing the heroin home. Boom. No more problems for a couple of hours. So this was something I was talking about with Star. Because I've always wanted to kind of get this fucking crazy shit that happened to me over 25 years of addiction to first heroin and then in the last 5 or 6 years crack cocaine and heroin. There were some very interesting things and some good stories in there, but I've hesitated because I don't want to be seen to be glamorizing it. I mean, obviously the stories, there's so much fucked up shit that happens, so many people that die or come to bad ends. I can't see how it would be glamorizing it, but you get the train spotting effect, Train spotting came out when we were just getting into heroin, and some of the younger brothers, that was their Bible, they wanted to be Renton, they wanted to be Spud, well, not many people wanted to be Spud, they wanted to be the dude, Begbie, sad. So, there's a lot more I could say about a situation that's going on just now with some of my very best friends, but I'm not going to mention it. I think I'll play a little bit more harmonica and that'll probably do it. It's good to see y'all. I do kind of miss doing live streams, but honestly, this job just fucking kills me, man. It's a big step up from my just being a support worker. I'm now like a kind of supervisor and so much shit, and I don't understand any of it. Well done, Drag Magic, for being 9 years off. I would say I haven't had heroin since about 2000. When was it? 2015, I think. It was when my mum died. I just couldn't do it anymore. So that's 7 years. Not bad. But I still do love drugs. If I could get away with it, and I didn't have people depending on me and stuff, I would probably use again occasionally when the stress got too much. I drink, as some of you might have noticed, I drink quite a lot. And is that any better? I'm probably fucking killing my liver. My dad died of cirrhosis of the liver. I just can't, I just find it very hard to relax. And I found an interesting article on some shit I was reading on the internet, that blue-eyed people are far more likely to be alcoholic than brown-eyed people. Isn't that strange? My dad had very dark brown eyes. He didn't look anything like me. I looked like the Wilson side of my family. There's very little Ray in me. I actually sometimes wonder if I was even my father's son, but I think he would have known he was a clever guy. Quite good, that music, isn't it? It's trippy, it's mellow. I'd like to do one where I show you the process of how easy it is to do something like that on Kaosillator. Honestly, you don't even have to. It does it all for you. So I'll now play some out of tune conceptual harmonica. It was much better when I had the earbuds in. It sounded a lot better. I don't know why. Maybe that's because my ears were blocked and I couldn't hear how bad the harmonica sounded. But here we go. No. No. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm not sure if the harmonica is working. Okay, that was kind of good for me. Good night, everyone. I think my next interview will be Temple Babylon Coronzon. Why can't I say Coronzon? Coronzon. Oh. So yeah. Well, we'll talk about. We'll probably. Are you still here, Leah? Probably busy with the kids. Funny, right? I'll just read. I don't want to leave. I'm having so much fun. So, Genocide says, yes, train spotting, one reason I wanted to do heroin, and the one reason I didn't. Yeah, well, we were taking heroin before train spotting, but sure did make it fashionable. And it was set in Scotland as well, you know. I've never tried meth either, Stephen Ronan. No meth in the British Isles as far as I can see. Stephen Ronan, you're still on methadone. I would suggest you try and get on Suboxone as quickly as possible. Alcohol is the most deadly possible, but you've got to think of the overdose factor. But I mean, who has enough heroin to overdose nowadays? Yeah, that's cool, Genocide. I think only 16.6% of the American population has blue eyes. So that makes you a little bit special. Pragmatic, you also have blue eyes. And I also I'm left-handed, so I'm fucking double special, you bastards. You hate alcohol, Stephen Ronan, do you? I'm glad you do. You love these chats. I'm glad you do, man. I don't love them because it's like I'm not a social person. I can only speak to groups. I find it very difficult to speak to people one-on-one. So I think my friends think I don't like them or love them or anything. When I do, I just, oh, who's this? Ephesius Grace comes through faith. What am I watching and how did I get here? I have no idea, but you're watching the Saroth the Mage experiment. Do you like it, Ephesus Grace, or is it horrible? Do you want me to play more screeching harmonica? This is where a lot of people hang out. See all these people? We are a kind of community of fools, addicts, and people that are trying to help ourselves get well again. It's good. Thank you. I'm glad you think so, Jesus. Do you have a beard, Jesus Christ? I have to say as well, I was absolutely in love with the Vikings TV show. I just love the whole idea of Vikings. That's why I got these runes. Well, actually, it was a mushroom trip that made me get the runes because I saw myself as a wizened old, like, have you ever seen like a really old man's body with it's like I'm thinking of those Indian fakirs, and they're all kind of semi sort of petrified and all that. So I was at the end of this tremendously difficult psilocybin trip. I'd battled up to this mountaintop and I saw myself as a very old man. Long grey beard, I know I've got a grey beard. It was long, my hair was long. I was covered in rune tattoos. Obviously I'd got it from the Vikings TV show. Hey, Bobby Hale in the house. Bobby Hale and Leah Faris are probably, apart from, the existing group of Pragmagic and Derek and Laird D. Kirk, they're the only two groups I'm interested in, the whole fucking occult. All these fucking grimoire recreationists suck my dick. So yeah, Vikings Valhalla, it's on Netflix. It's frustratingly only goes up to the most exciting bit and then it cuts it off. So this is Bobby Hale, the man. For me, magic is the only thing that has worked, Steve. And our experience is bullshit until suddenly it's not. That's when things get interesting. Absolutely. And I must admit, I came in tonight with a bit of a negative mindset about like, oh fuck, magic doesn't work, and we're all kidding ourselves. And even psychedelics are only a very short, lasting thing that, there's nothing of value that, of course, what is of value is being a wage slave of value, is, only good action, right action, being nice to people, experiencing gnosis is the only worthwhile thing. It's not fucking money, is it? Yeah. Or it gets better, Genocide. But I thought they had the whole series on, and it cuts you off just at a very exciting bit on maybe episode 7 or 8. So I totally used the anathema very, well, I did in my last configuration with Sam Shadow and a couple of people that have fallen very out of favour. We did a whole show on Austin Osman Spear and Carlos Castaneda and Kenneth Grant. Yeah, exactly, Stephen. We create our own meaning. Yeah, anathema. It's a beautiful word. Right, I must go. I do want to play a bit more just those single screaming notes on the harmonica. Feels good. Which one's my Fender one? Is this one? Yeah, this is the Fender one. Right, this is gonna hurt your ears. Okay, I love you. Good night. See you on March the 20th. Thanks for showing up, everyone. Love you all.